everyone. It is exciting to be here again with you folks again today, and the exciting joy and thrills that come about with all that. I hope you've all had a great weekend. I hope you've all had a wonderful breakfast, a healthy lunch, and if you're over on the East Coast, enjoying your mid-afternoon snacker-racker. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about something that is very powerful for you to make sales. Who's excited to hear that? And when we talk about sales, we're also talking about selling yourself to another person. Let me back up a second. You're always selling yourself, like how you appear, how you occur, how other people are thinking about you. What I mean is, like in a relationship, a first date, there's a lot of sales going on there. So this is the very first stage, one of the first key elements that leads to success in all those first interactions. And that is how you connect. Connection is so important before you go on to any of the next steps. Doesn't matter how great you are, how much knowledge you have. G'day, Jenny. Doesn't matter how fantastic your product or services are. If you don't connect first, then the person is very unlikely to follow through on a purchase or an agreement. So if you're selling a concept or an idea, your sale is them going, yeah, I see that. If you're selling a product or a service, the sale is confirmed when they go, here's my credit card, or how do I pay? And does anyone know what the very first thing you can do to create that first step? What that first step is? It's connecting. You want to create a connection. You have to connect before you do anything else. And one of the easiest ways, it's actually written in our DNA for us to connect, is called a smile. Now, when you do a smile, you actually do what's called in body language an eyebrow flash. Your eyes go. This is a greeting that primates do. This is a greeting humans do. We do it all over the world. If you add a smile to it, it opens up, and you're creating an opening for people to communicate with you. And you'll notice this often. People will just do the eyebrow flash and a head nod.
Or a chin thrust. I do a chin thrust. I give an eyebrow flash and a chin thrust when I'm greeting somebody, especially somebody that I'm very, very familiar with and have a great affinity for. I go like that. It's just like a quick. And what's interesting about that is when you open up your chin, you're opening up, you're being more vulnerable. So you're basically, primates do this to show the other party that they are not a threat.
Absolutely. And
we do it naturally. It's fun.
And you notice that guys, if you add the eyebrow flash, look at the difference between these two. And the eyebrow flash adds an element of more acceptance, more joy. Just the chin thrust, depending on what other facial elements are taking place, can be a bit of a challenge, right? You. So this many for you folks that just joined us just now, you might be looking and going, what on earth is Jamie doing? We're talking about greeting and first contact, first connection. So when you smile, you actually put the other person more at ease. And this is happening chemically in their brain. There is an increase of serotonin and dopamine taking place by observing a smile. You're also increasing yours by doing a smile. So that reduces the stress hormone, cortisol. So seeing a smile will reduce the stress hormone in a person that you're about to talk to. So that chemical shift makes them feel better. It's all very subtle, but it all adds up. A lot of the stuff Amy and I teach the companies on is they're all little things. You're like, does that really matter? It's like, well, a little. Yet if you're the Titanic and all these little openings come in, guess what happens? You sink. So you want to stay afloat, and that's what we're looking at: how to improve all your situations by understanding all the little things that could be benefiting or reducing your effectiveness in those situations. And so smiling is one of the key elements. Now, that leads to laughter, which leads to humor, which has so many benefits included for your overall success, memorability, recognition. Humor is a powerful element for not just sales, but all areas of your life, but definitely in sales. That's why every good speech has an element of humor in it. If you have no humor in it, you're actually losing focus. And focus is one of the primary elements in the FATE model. And Amy can probably talk about it. She's really educated in this area. But if you don't have focus, and you got to recreate that focus every 5 minutes for your audience, for them to really be paying attention. Focus is currency. So if you keep their focus the whole way, you get more currency at the end. It's been tested again and again and again. You can be a very average speaker with some great focus and some great humor, and you make more sales than a speaker that's got fantastic content and new breaking edge stuff, but doesn't keep their focus and doesn't have humor in their talk, their presentation, or who they are, what they're about.
Exactly. And many of you are losing a ton of money actually by not incorporating humor into your sales pitches, into your introduction, into your life, adding humor into your life, and not just in like oh, become a comedian way. I'm talking like this is going to increase your sales conversions by 20% at least, just by adding humor, because humor is the key. It is the master key to our influence, charisma, and sales. It increases everything. And a lot of people don't think about how important humor is in their business, but it can literally it increases your creativity so that people have less sick days. It increases the happiness and joy, and increases all the good hormones. So like there's less sick days, increases the creativity so that you are able to problem solve faster.
Yeah. I was just going to say, with the problem solving, a big element of that is improvising and improvisation. And so when you have more comedy and more laughs and more jokes and more humor, you have more lightheartedness. So then when a problem comes up, you're actually more creative in your mind to solve that problem. So if you're doing a talk and people are laughing and you feel them on your side, if something goes wrong, you are less affected by it. You're less emotionally concerned by it. And you're also more able to improvise a solution in that moment. So things don't go wrong. It's like, that guy's so happy all the time. Well, that's because nothing goes wrong with him. Nothing goes wrong because they're happy all the time. It's like Dr. Wayne Dwyer, when you talk about people often say, oh, I'll believe it when I see it. Ironically, if you believe it, then you will see it, because that's how your reticular activation system works in your midbrain. So it's actually the reverse. So you have a lot more luck because you're happy. You're not happy because you have a lot more luck.
Exactly.
And using humor to overcome objections makes the person that's objecting feel more at ease.
Absolutely.
As well as you feeling less like you're pressuring them, or there's a circumstances. It can actually, a touch of humor can disarm any potential conflicts and lighten the mood. And that makes your sales experience so much better. It actually makes you more memorable and more likable. It shows that you're confident and capable of navigating the concerns without becoming defensive or pushy. And no one likes that feeling, that defensiveness or pushiness. It
Yeah,
can
as
actually
soon as
go.
you become defensive, as soon as you like block or say no about their objection, because their objection and their reasons and their problems are very real to them. So the moment we block them, they get defensive. And once their wall is up, defensive, the wall is up and you have lost that sale. So to be able to disarm things with humor and knowing when to put it in the right places and knowing how to be funny without like being funny, this can actually increase your ability to increase their focus, increase their enjoyment. It's so funny because we watch those progressive commercials and every time we go, I love these commercials. They're so great. And when I think of progressive, I smile. Yeah, humor makes your sales pitch memorable. In a sea of standard sales interactions, those infused with humor stand out. A well-timed joke or a humorous anecdote can make your message stick, increasing the likelihood of your product or service being remembered and chosen. So we actually have an event coming up. It is March 20th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I've posted the links in the chat. I'll post it here. But we are going to help you increase your sales by 20%, increase your sales conversions by 20%. And we are bringing on, Jamie and I are going to do some sales training on there, a little bit deeper dive than we do here. And we are going to, we're bringing on 3 celebrity comedians that are going to each all have very unique abilities. And you're going to be able to bring your sales scripts with you and your pitches with you. And a few of you are going to get some revamping on your scripts and things that night. So it'll be really fun. So bring your hardest questions for them.
And that's because if you're looking, why have we got 3 celebrity comedians? Because they know humor. They've been doing humor. They use humor as a tool and a valuable resource for decades now. And they each use it in a completely different way. And that's something for everyone here to know. You don't have to be funny like someone else. You have your own funny, and your own funny can make you more money. So learning how to turn up the dial on your own humor, your own awareness, your own fun, your own laughs and joke ability, like what is natural to you. It's not about being fake. It's turning up your own laughter dial so people can see it and benefit from it, and you'll benefit from it. So bringing in 3 celebrity comedians that have had decades in this field, it's like if you're going to do surgery on someone, bring in 3 professional doctors. If you're going to, it's like it's not rocket science, then bring in 3 rocket scientists. Then it will be, you'll be able to help. You know, they have the insights and the experience to be able to see, along with Amy and my experience within like how the brain works and sales strategies and awareness for what supports a human being's buying desire. Turn up the buying desire in all those people that you are presenting to. That's what humor can do, and that's what that event's going to be about. It's going to be
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. So join us. We look forward to seeing you. And we're going to make this a short, quick one today. And we appreciate you guys so much for joining us live. Go ahead, Jamie.
And just let you know, the stuff we're talking about is in Jace's black belt program. It's in Jace's like how to sell from stage, the structure of writing your script, where to add the funny. There's actually psychological reasons where and how and why you would do it. And it's all in the system that he's already laid out that you can just follow. So all of those that are in the black belt program, fantastic. Keep going, keep moving, because it's plan, do, review. You do it, you grow, you review. You plan, you do it, you review, you grow. So it's growing. You're getting better and you're getting greater. And anybody out there that is interested in knowing more about that and wants to have a chat with either Amy or I, by all means, DM us or
Here, I'll throw our link too. Here's our
Yeah.
calendar.
Jump into this link and schedule a time with one of us.
Yeah, feel free to jump onto our calendar and ask us questions. We can actually do a deep dive. We can do a little bit of a makeover we can do a bit of a sales makeover on your sales funnel. If you want us to take a peek at that, happy to look at that. We're happy to get on there. We promise that the call will be enlightening and fun, and they get a ton of value from that. So
definitely fun. And remember, the one thing to take away from today, you have to connect before you try to coach or close. You have to connect before you go into any of your sales script or sales presentation. You have to connect. And the easiest, quickest, fastest way to connect is what we're already trained in with genetic human behavior from hundreds and thousands of years of genetic lineage. And that's to smile. So share a smile with a stranger. And if you're adventurous, give them a little wink.
1, 2, 3, 4. Money there, no fuss, just flow. Aim at Jamie's hunters run the show. No pressure, just profits. Yo, ninja touch, we get rid of it. Gain confidence for your benefits. Creativity is key, let's work to it. Plus we got free prizes every week. Money there, we got